Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to take another look at the state of FPS games and what seems to be a trend leaning towards games set in the future. You might have noticed this trend over the last few years, and because of this, many people have started to wonder if games with a modern theme will soon be a thing of the past. The same thing happened to World War II games a few years ago, and now pretty much the only games that exist with that theme are made by smaller developers. At the time, I never thought Call of Duty, Battlefield and Medal of Honor would completely depart from that theme, but they did, and pretty much the whole FPS genre changed with them. So where are we now? Well, Call of Duty has obviously already made the futuristic switch, and I doubt it'll change back anytime soon, considering if anything it's becoming more futuristic. Battlefield thankfully hasn't gone futuristic yet, although Hardline was a pretty dramatic attempt to try and expand what they can do with a modern theme. Futuristic games aren't bad in general, but even after selling huge numbers, games like Advanced Warfare, Destiny and Titanfall all didn't live up to the expectations of the community. On the other hand, modern theme games like BF4, CSGO and Arma 3 continue to be some of the most popular multiplayer games on the market. So what is the difference? Well, I think the big killer for all of the futuristic games I just mentioned is the fact that with the theme comes a whole set of new features and mechanics. I mean, the whole idea is, wouldn't it be great to be able to use a jetpack, run on walls or use special attacks and abilities that a modern soldier can't even dream of? This sounds great in theory, but it's all just window dressing when it comes to an FPS game, and what the fans really want is satisfying head-to-head gunfights. The tech in these futuristic games takes away from this, because you don't really feel in control when everyone is flying around in Advanced Warfare or wrecking you with supers in Destiny. I think people forget that all of these mechanics were already tried in Crysis 3, which at the time was by far one of the best looking games money could buy. People had such high hopes that Crysis would take on the big dogs, but instead it was obvious after a few months that it was never going to be a COD killer. Halo had also been doing similar things for a long time, and I don't think anyone can argue that that franchise is even close to its former glory. And that's because Halo isn't doing anything that hasn't been done anymore, and people just aren't impressed by new gimmick abilities. I think the one good thing that's come out of the futuristic revolution though, is that it's created a hybrid genre that does a bit of both. Amazing franchises like BioShock, Fallout and Wolfenstein blend elements from different time periods, but sadly none of these games have a focus on multiplayer. I don't think setting Battlefield 5 in a steampunk universe would be a particularly smart idea, but I know a lot of people have suggested something like a Cold War era setting. Either that, or it could just go in the other direction like Black Ops 2 did, which is just far enough that the tech didn't overpower the core mechanics. I think the other reason Battlefield needs to stick to a modern theme is the fact that in the next year or so, pretty much every AAA FPS game will be in some way futuristic. Games like Battlefront, Black Ops 3, Doom and Halo 5 are just around the corner, and Rainbow Six is pretty much the only modern themed game on the horizon. EA already has Battlefront and Titanfall on its roster, as well as Crysis, which could always make a comeback at some point. Bearing this in mind, I don't think EA needs another futuristic game, and if Battlefield 5 is, it's going to release into some stiff competition and a community that seems to already be getting tired of double jumping. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up this video, so let me know what you think in the comment section below, and as always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description below if you want to see more of my videos, or if you want to support my channel on Patreon. And until next time, see you later, and have a good one.